changing warriors' very experience. They're changing warriors' very identity.
When you let a Hellfire missile go off a Predator or drop a 500-pound laser-guided weapon off a Reaper, you know that that is going to have a target. There's no pause, there's no reset.
Was able to tell the good guys on the ground, hey, there's bad guys over there, that they didn't know it, and then they were able to do something about it.
The real advantage of unmanned aerial systems is they allow you to project power without projecting vulnerability.
Barely an hour's drive from the casinos of Las Vegas, a new high-stakes war is taking shape. It is a war like no other, fought from the heart of America. "10 minutes ago, fighter pilot Major Morgan Andrews kissed his wife goodbye. In half an hour, he could be killing insurgents in Iraq and Afghanistan. He has no idea what this night will bring. Only he will be safe, and his battle buddies might die.
You feel not guilty, but almost a little bit guilty that you're able to. It's nice that you're able to do that over here, but you know that your fellow airmen and soldiers and comrades in arms are over in those places, and they have to be over there.
His war is fought not from the seat of the F-16 he joined the Air Force to fly, but from a top-secret, super-secure cabin in a remote corner of a desert air base in Nevada. He is a new breed of fighter, fighting from home. From the outside of these unassuming buildings, you'd never know they're becoming as significant in the wars being fought in Iraq and Afghanistan as the trenches were in World War I. The big difference, today's warriors inside here are fighting without getting in harm's way. What you're going to see in this program is the future of war. What you're looking at now is my crew and me being videoed from thousands of feet up in the sky by an unmanned aerial vehicle, a UAV or drone. They are revolutionizing the battlefield. No war is ever going to be the same again. And listen, I can't hear it and I can't see it. I know it's up here somewhere. It's technology that until recently has been secret. But now the Pentagon is throwing its doors wide open as it pushes more and more of its multi-billion-dollar budget towards fighting a war that's never been fought before. In this war, Major Andrews' tiny Air Force base of Creech in Nevada is being transformed in a way unimaginable even 2 years ago. Colonel Chris Chambliss is his boss. He's proud to show us what they've achieved.
2 years ago when we stood up the 432nd Wing, this building that we're in, the hangar we're in, was the only building in place now. Right now, 2 years later, we have 17 buildings done, ready to occupy, with another 10 on the books to finish through next year.
Every day, UAVs, unmanned aerial vehicles like this Predator, and its bigger, beefier and more deadly kin, the Reaper, ease effortlessly off the airstrip, sweep faultlessly up into the clear Nevada sky in a near continual cycle of training to meet the massive demand for more UAV pilots.
As we produce those crews, as we gain ground control stations, that means that we can stand up another combat air patrol and get more capability over the top of soldiers, Marines, special operators in theater, and that's what this is all about.
Inside his ground control station, 7 hours after his combat shift began, Major Andrews is deep in battle. The Predator he is flying is not on a training mission. It is on the other side of the world, thousands of miles away, over Afghanistan. We can't show you what he's seeing for security reasons, but he is trying to save coalition troops from attack and is preparing to shoot deadly Hellfire missiles from his unmanned aircraft at Taliban fighters. An hour later, his combat shift is over. He never left Nevada, but has been to the front lines and back, fighting with his battle buddies.
We were talking to him on the radio as if we were in a normal airplane flying overhead. You've seen the imagery, you know what's going on, you know what you're seeing, you're looking at, and, you know, so it's very easy, I guess, when something like that is happening, to project yourself there.
In half an hour, he'll be back in his suburban Las Vegas home. The drive will be more dangerous than his combat mission, where the chance of physical injury flying a drone is zero. It is this that's revolutionizing war.
You don't have to send people into harm's way, you know, to operate it. We don't have to send a large amount of people into a country and take over, you know, a base or, you know, a big area.
So this is where you actually control the aircraft from?
Yes, this is our ground control station.
A few months earlier, while deployed in Iraq, Major Andrews showed us how he and just a couple of other airmen kept upwards of half a dozen Predators airborne at any time.
Pilot sits here, the sensor sits on the right.
Their job, simply to take them off and land them, passing control via satellite to pilots in Creech Air Force Base, who will fly the combat mission.
Kind of like a detective casing a house. You know, we can look at this house hours and hours and hours, and as guys come and go, who's coming and going, what color are the cars and whatnot, we can build a pattern of life, and it really enables us to key in on whoever it is we want to go after.
And UAV operators aren't the only ones seeing through the drone's eyes. Generals at the Pentagon, down to troops in combat, and most importantly, intelligence analysts also get to see the images in real time.
And someone can, you know, say, hey, that's, you know, a 6-foot guy carrying a weapon.
The drones are dramatically tilting the war in favor of the United States. Predators played a key role in killing Al-Qaeda and Iraq leader Abu Musab al-Zarqawi. In Afghanistan and Pakistan, UAVs are credited with killing over half Al-Qaeda's top 20 leaders. Major Andrews' boss in Iraq, Colonel Baxter Swift, shares an optimism permeating the Air Force.
I think the UAV is we're just scratching the surface, you know, of what it's capable of and what the future is going to hold. It's almost like what the hot air balloon was, you know, back in the Civil War for us. You know, hey, I can rise above and look around and see what the forces are doing on the battlefield, you know. So now I think we're just in that pioneering stage.
But for some, including Major Andrews, the transition is not without pain.
You miss the sensations of flying, of being in the air, banking the plane, feeling the forces on your body.
There's the pilot part of me that says I don't like the fact that, you know, I'm being replaced, you know, by a video game almost. But you know what? It's being done, and it's being done every day, and that's the future.